This is a 446 pack. Bench seat, bench seat, 4-speed car. Okay, so I have previous videos of my friend's collection, and they had the opportunity to move them all around into one building for the most part. I'll show the outliers here in a minute, but I just want to walk around real quick because basically they're all, I'll show you here, they're all in a nice few rows in this one building. So here is a 1969 Dodge Charger 500 440 car. Here's the 69 Charger Daytona that they are actively working on it right now. They are rewiring the car. Also a 440 automatic car, B5 blue with a white stripe, blue interior. Here is the owner's 70 Superbird that is running and driving. I've actually driven that car. This is one of the barn find Superbirds that they rescued. It is in the process of being restored, or it was. You can see they took the vinyl top off, and the nose is in the other building. Also a 440 car. I think it was an automatic. Yeah, automatic on the floor. And this one you'll remember from, I've posted pictures of this one in the past. I used to sit around the corner in this building. This is a 446 pack. Bench seat, bench seat, 4-speed car, I believe. Yep, there it is. Can't see real well, but that's a 4-speed. And the 6-pack, I have pictures of all these cars that I'll show at the end when they were in the other building, and I'll have links to the other videos also. And here's one of the other Superbirds. There's two more here. This one's also a 440 4-barrel automatic car. And then now we're getting into Ford area. Ford Talladega. Ford Talladega. And all Talladegas were 428 cars. I think they were all automatics. But the owner had the foresight to rescue them. A lot of them were legitimately about to get crushed. Like this one, I believe, was it this one or the other one? You'll see. It was going to go to the junkyard, and he saved them. But yeah. And then he's got Cyclones over there, but we'll see those on the way back. So Talladega, another Talladega, nice blue one, white Talladega, and this one here, or maybe it's not this one. There was one that had a hard hit in the front end. Maybe it's on the other side. But yeah, whole bunch more Talladegas. Old Ford pickup truck. Just a few Talladegas. Oh, actually, that's a really cool picture. I didn't get it with my regular cell phone. I mean, with my big camera. Get it with that one. There we go. One of the guys that works here is building a bus. And I'll go here in a minute, but Ranchero over there and a Buick Wildcat. And in a minute, we'll go over there because I have to get my flashlights because most of the lights don't work anymore. But here's another Talladega. And here's a Mercury Cyclone spoiler. I think the picture, I'll show the picture at the end, of course, but these were all in a line at the back of the other building that I just showed you. And me and my friend were talking. I think Cyclones could come with a 351 or a 427, but we weren't 100% sure. I'll look it up when I get home and put it, because like this one's a 351 car. A few spare parts over here. Cool Cyclone. This is, now he does have nice ones like this one. This is a nice running, driving car. This one was at the Aero Warrior reunion in 2019. I'm pretty sure that it's either this one or the other one. But that was cool. Blue one. And see, they had two models. The red ones were Cale Yarborough. Let's see if he has the stickers on this one. Yep. So these are Cale Yarborough specials. And then the blue ones were Dan Gurney specials. I forget which way it was. If it was the blue ones were on the east, like east of the Mississippi, and the red ones were west. But I'll put a description down at the bottom with whatever is actually correct. Another nice Talladega. Well, or is this the accident one? Let me see. No, this isn't the accident one. It's a nice one that got a little ding. And yeah. Like I said, these are nice ones. But let me go get my flashlight and we'll go to the other side. Okay, so real quick, coming into the other building, you can see none of the lights are working. Here's a 426 Hemi that it's been hanging out. That is pretty darn cool. And that actually came out of, walk over here real quick. This will be remembered. This actually is in my first book. It was burnt up and then it was turned into a stock car. But the number 50, and it's a real Superbird. They have the numbers and all that to prove that. But they saved it from going to the crusher. And the Hemi was in this. And to the best of our knowledge, it will never leave this trailer because I heard it was a real pain in the butt. But a real piece of cool history. And then try to get over to the other Superbird that's still in here. Oh, it's over here. Okay. See, more Mopar, I don't know if you can tell. More Mopar parts. Motorcycles, bicycles, and one of the rougher Superbirds here. Let's see if you can see it a little bit better there. This one's, it's going to be worked on here in the near future. That is the plan. And there's two noses. Here's one nose. And then the other nose. There's consoles and seats, wheels. And there's another nose. I can walk around real quick and show that. A lot of cool stuff in here. And here's the other Superbird nose for one of the cars in the building. You see someone hacked on this originally, or at some point. But still very cool. And then we'll see the last car that's here. Right around the corner. It is a VW bus. You see right there. And there's the tent that goes with it. Actually, the tent came out the side of the van, which was really cool. Some sort of field office for something I can't make out. But very solid, cool VW bus. And I'm going to go do some drone photography. So that should be what's coming up next. This was the very first time I had done any kind of drone video work in a building. I'd done a few, junkyards and barn finds and all that, but never in a huge, long warehouse. So this was definitely a very unique situation because how often do you find so many cars lined up like this? And as you'll see, The cars weren't like this. After the owner who had collected them, he passed away unfortunately in 2020. The family took the cars that you'll see that were in the other buildings and lined them all up, organized them that way they know what's there. Other than a few cars that, are left over on the other side that were later in the video, this is a majority of the collection. And he saved them over 40 years. The cars were in junkyards, they were at auto auctions, he pulled them out of barns. He worked for Holman Moody, the NASCAR Ford guys, in 1969. So he had a love of these cars. So being a shop that had the ability to take these cars in, he would save every one that he could and just stash it away in the corner of the warehouse until they were ready. And over the years, he did restore the cars. That's why there's the Daytona is almost ready to be driven. The 500 just needs to be put back together. The orange Superbird you see there, running driving car. The A few of the Cyclones were running driving cars. A few of the Talladegas. While I wouldn't say a majority of them, because he had so many were running and driving, a good portion of them, and he would just go from one car to the next to the next. And unlike this one wasn't going to be restored. That one he just saved because it was going to go to the junkyard. But the owner, the current owner, and the family are wonderful, wonderful people. They gave me the opportunity to see all these cars again, and they're doing such a great job. I can't wait to see what the next step is going to be with them. Unfortunately, after being on the road for almost 3 weeks straight, I did get a little sick, and so I didn't want to film me looking all, icky. So this was just the beginning of my trip through Tennessee and the start of Hot Rod Power Tour, which you saw in the last video. But I'll have more updates on Monday with all new content, and it's going to be a doozy.